Hi, my name is Jacob Monk, and I've listened to the American President Donald Trump saying over and over again, I want to make America great again. Well, that's okay. I can tell you how to make America great again. Stop bombing foreign countries. Stop repressing poor countries. Stop trying to run the whole world. Stop making war and stop threatening other nations with war. Stop making conflicts with Russia and China. Learn to live in peace with other countries in this world. And cut 50% of your military, because nowadays your military is bigger than the rest of the military in the whole world. So you have much too much military, and that is the basic reason you know that America is not a great country, because a great country wouldn't need that much military. Their moral example would be enough to make an impact on other countries. Well, that's my advice for USA. But how about Denmark? Shall we make Denmark great again? If you go 1,000 years back, I can tell you Denmark was a big nation. England, what is now called England, it was a part of Denmark. Northern Germany, part of Poland, was Denmark. Most Sweden was part of Denmark. Norway was part of Denmark. North Germany was part of Denmark. Well, actually, Denmark was the biggest nation in Europe, and maybe also the most powerful nation in Europe. But unfortunately, as time went on, we lost this place, that place, and another place. We lost England, Sweden, Norway, Germany, and Denmark was reduced to a small state like we are today. And my personal opinion is that this is very good. I don't want Denmark to be a big nation again, but I want Denmark to be a big nation when it comes to morality, when it comes to spirituality and culture. And therefore we have to change a few things. First of all, we have to make the English language the basic language in Denmark. At the moment, most Danes, they speak some kind of English, but I would like English to be the language in television, in radio, in public service, in schools, and so on. So we just changed the language from Danish to English, because this is the way that we can be part of a very big international, global cultural movement, and that's what we need. So we don't need to speak Danish anymore. We have to turn it out to be a great nation. Not a great nation when it comes to size, but a great nation when it comes to culture. Second, we have to make our friends in NATO understand that we don't want to use NATO as an aggressive instrument against Chinese, Russia, Serbia, and other countries that Americans don't like. We don't want NATO to be an American instrument. Either we should dissolve NATO, like the Warsaw Pact was dissolved, or we should make Russia join NATO. That could be another good idea. We have to stop making conflicts, prepare wars against so-called enemies in the East, because a third world war will be the last war in Europe and in the whole world, because in Russia and in China they have real good weapons, just as good as the weapons of NATO. So this is point number 2 to make Denmark great again. Change the Danish language to English, reduce the amount of militarism in Denmark. And third, we want Denmark to be a free country. We don't want Denmark to be a place where everyone is forced to pay money to the Lutheran religion. The Lutheran religion is a satanic religion claiming that human beings has no free will. Human beings are always evil, and after death there is no life. You just stick to the soil where you have been buried, and only when Jesus comes back you will have a chance to go to heaven. And that means never have a chance to go to heaven. So we want the Danes to have the freedom to choose their own religion and not to be forced to pay money to the Lutheran religion. Therefore, the Constitution of Denmark, it is not only illegal and immoral, it is also undemocratic, because this Constitution, it tells that a majority of Danes can't change the Constitution. Well, if a majority of Danes can't change the Constitution, then the Constitution is not a democratic Constitution. That is absolutely not okay. We want the Constitution of the future to be based on democracy, based on the rule of the majority, not the rule of the past. So this is the 3 things we have to change to make Denmark a great country again. Not the same way as we were 1,000 years ago, but the same way we could be after Second World War, when Denmark was an independent nation. And unfortunately, at the moment, Denmark is not an independent nation. Okay, thank you for listening. Hi.